Welcome back to Saints of the Day. Each day, we remember those saints whose lives bring light, hope, and inspiration. As we move forward in our daily journey of faith, we find in the saints models of holiness for every state of life. Today, September 22nd, we celebrate St Thomas of Villanova, a bishop, scholar, and generous servant of the poor whose life invites us to live with compassion and integrity. St Thomas of Villanova was born in 1488 AD in Fuentelana, in the region of Castilla, Spain. His mother was Susana del Pulgar, and his father Amila, a humble origin. Yet, already, his environment of faith and humility shaped his early years. Thomas pursued his studies diligently, showing both intelligence and a prayerful heart. He entered the Augustinian order, embracing both scholarship and religious life. He went to teach theology, where his reputation grew for clarity, devotion, and emphasis not just on doctrine but on how Christians should live their faith in acts of mercy. In a time when the church in Spain was dealing with both internal reform and the pressure of external political and social challenges, Thomas's voice spoke strongly of poverty, justice, and generosity. Thomas was appointed Bishop of Villanova. Later, the see was associated with Valencia. In his episcopal ministry, he became known as the Father of the Poor. He is remembered for his radical charity. He sold his own belongings to help the needy, established hospitals, schools, and shelters, and used every means available to respond to both the spiritual and material needs of his people. His austerity was personal. He wore simple clothing, ate modestly, and lived with minimal comfort. Thomas looked upon every suffering person as someone Christ loved. He also emphasized reforming a morally lax clergy, insisting that pastors and priests lead by example. Despite his high office, he did not distance himself from the poor. Instead, he was often found among them, listening, serving, and praying. Thomas died in 1555 AD. His life has been one of steady service rather than a spectacle. On November 1st, 1658, Pope Alexander VII canonized him, recognizing not just his holiness, but how consistently he embodied the gospel in action. Today, St. Thomas of Villanova is remembered as a patron saint of charity work, social justice, and education. His feast invites Christians to examine how we treat those on the margins of society. St. Thomas reminds us that holiness is not always about grand gestures, but about consistent love, giving what we have, caring for those nobody else sees, choosing mercy over comfort. Today, as you move through your life, consider, in what small way can I be generous? How can I let compassion guide my choices, especially when it might cost me something? Thank you for listening to Saints of the Day. May the life of St. Thomas of Villanova challenge us to live with open hands and the heart of the poor. Join me tomorrow as we continue to walk with the saints, one feast at a time. Until then, may God's peace be with you. St. Thomas of Villanova, pray for us.
Christe